These simple changes helped me lose 156 pounds because I used to be 320 pounds. And by the way, I lost all the weight with no loose skin, which is not normal. I give you guys free weight loss advice. And to the 14.2% that are subscribed, you guys are doing something right here. So thank you for all your support. We really appreciate it. But seriously, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below.
It's pretty exciting. I've lost over 100 pounds and I've helped thousands of women lose the weight for good, like no looking back, because you never forget the way it makes you feel. Because being slimmer and in a healthier body is like a whole new life for you. You used to be depressed and sick and obese. You couldn't get out of bed. It was bad. It was really, really bad. And you know what? I think that it should be embarrassingly simple. You know, it's almost like you wouldn't want to believe it's that simple, because if you're not doing it, then you feel even worse about yourself. So a lot of people out there can't even afford the weight loss medication because it's not yet been made affordable. There's no health equity in that, but that's a whole other topic for another time. But the changes that we made to lose the combined over 200 pounds as a mother-daughter are embarrassingly simple. One of them might surprise you. And it's something that we are learning about more and more. Like, we know it innately, but we actually have science now to back it up, and that's getting more sunlight.
Because did you guys know that just going outside and eating your meal outside is going to help your body be less hungry? But that makes sense because hundreds of years ago, we would all eat outside in the sunlight.
Don't believe us. Don't take our word for it. Just try it yourself. I mean, the days are going to start to get longer. They already are, but you'll notice it more and more. And some of you might be saying, well, there's still like 10 feet of snow outside, or it's still, 20 degrees outside. Like, sit in a window where there's sunlight. There's going to be sunlight, even if it is wintertime. And we want you to capitalize on that, especially early morning sunlight, or really whenever you can catch some rays. People have made us afraid of the sun because they say that it causes problems with your skin, it causes problems with your eye, UV light causes problems with your paint, with your floors. They've made us afraid of sunlight, actually. And so we actually want to encourage you to get back in the sun, get that sunlight on your eyeballs, as my mom used to say.
And drink more water. If you're drinking one bottle of water, try drinking 2 before lunch. If you don't have a water bottle, then maybe you should get one. Maybe you should get a cute one that you like looking at.
One of the amazing girls in our group who recently lost over 60 pounds said that the first thing that she was surprised about was how many vegetables she is now eating and how satisfied those vegetables are making her feel. And that's another hack that we have done. I mean, yes, water is key. Like, we will not lose weight if we're not hydrated. We won't feel that great either. And we don't sleep that well. So there's this whole cascade of effects that happen when you're well hydrated. But simultaneously, just having vegetables take up more space on your plate is a really simple secret and hack that Penelope and I have used over these years. It helps to keep you full. It gives you the phytonutrients, which is the light captured in the food. And when we eat it, we're getting even more sunlight. And the phytonutrients are the things that are also proven to fight against diseases, to prevent inflammation, to reverse cancer, to reverse diabetes. And so there are a lot of things we can debate about nutrition. But I think one thing is that the food that you grow in your garden is usually going to be good for you. Ripe, in season, local, if you can, and organic.
And go to bed. What are you doing awake until midnight? I really don't want to know, but I want you to go to bed. I want you to stop doom scrolling. I want you to just go to sleep. Maybe you need to go to sleep 30 minutes earlier every day.
When I told you that, it was like, Mom, stop it. Like, so I'm just saying it for to be the devil's advocate.
You will not be the coolest kid in the room going to sleep that early.
It's not a sexy thing they're asking them to do.
If you're around the right people, it's the sexiest thing. Because there are certain people I tell that to, and they're like, wow, I want to do that. That's amazing. You wake up that early? I'm like, yeah, I sleep a lot. I love sleep. They're like, wow.
It's like, meet me on the treadmill at 5 a.m. And then now let's talk about who's going to bed at what time. Because that's the deal. Because if I'm not getting up at 5 a.m., it's going to be hard for me to go to bed at 9. If I wake up at 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, I am so behind. I've lost like half my day.
So stop being behind. Stop making excuses and start doing some of these things. Start being a better person for tomorrow's you. I love that quote. It's not, I totally didn't say it as good as the person who says it does, but do the hard work today for a better tomorrow. Something like that.
Yeah.
And I love that. because I think about that, like when we were around a lot of older people, and I was like, wow, like everything I do today, yeah, it's for weight loss, a little bit of vanity, a little bit of health, of course. But it's also because one day I want to be 83 and walking circles, 10,000, 12,000 steps, easy. I don't want to be bedridden, broken,
I don't think anyone does.
torn up. And a lot of you guys who maybe aren't active yet or healthy yet, you may not realize how important it is until you see the decrepit, decaying 80-year-old people who are in hospitals or either morbidly obese getting there or are
Who have just lived sedentary lifestyles, because honestly, what I'm doing today, I'm preparing actually for your children.
I know, I love when it's so cute when you tell me that.
It's true though. And that's like, if you were in your 70s, you're preparing for your 80s. If you're in your 60s, you're preparing for your 80s. And when you're in 80s, you're probably preparing for when you become 100. So you've got to build today for tomorrow. And we're not guaranteed a tomorrow. But I think actually for me, the most important thing, and maybe for you too, is energy. Because there's nothing that compares. And you can't buy energy. No one can give you a pill for it. People are fighting against chronic fatigue syndrome like never before. And having that burst of energy. I mean, did you know energy drinks are like the number one sold beverage? It's such a successful industry because people are desperate for energy. Amphetamines, Adderall, it's pretty serious stuff. Anyway, we think it should be embarrassingly simple. And we know that more sunlight, more hydration, more vegetables on your plate, and more sleep will get you there, because it got us there. So we make these videos because we want to save you the time, the trouble, and the anguish that we've gone through on our journey. And we believe that you can do it naturally, and we believe you can do it with no loose skin. And we have a women's accountability group to help you in case you want to join us. You're welcome to. Click the link in the description. If you want our skincare guide, our ultimate skincare guide, click that link as well. And we will see you all the time.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We help women beat obesity with our Step It Up system without relying on drugs like Ozempic within 90 days. Click the link in the description to learn how to lose weight without drugs like Ozempic.